Jones on the bow, a dream come true. That is some moment. Aguero!
Welcome to Sport from the Bleachers. Results and opinions for the fans, by the fans. As we said on Tuesday night, this is our quick review show of Origin 1. Pretty disappointing, but JB Young'un, welcome.
Hey, mate.
How are you, pal?
Well, a bit flat, to be fair. It was a hard watch, early and late. In the middle, we were okay, but we seem to miss the jump, and I still can't work out a professional sports team can miss the jump by so far.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they just seem to be on, and I suppose they're just that Queensland spirit, I suppose, they always talk about they had from the start. And yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but
the ref. I'm gonna say the ref is a fuckwit. I'm sorry. But he
don't be around the bush.
He wanted, like, we were chatting during the game, and Hedo, you did say the ref wanted to be named, or wants his name out there, and well, he did it. He did. It was two stop start, man.
Yeah, the last few series, they actually have kind of stayed out of it a bit.
There hasn't been a penalty till half time in most of them.
Yeah, that's right.
And there was about 4 or 5 in the first half.
Right.
And even the commentators did say that. They're like, just highlighting the fact they weren't saying that it was wrong, but highlighting the fact. And it's hard to get any momentum with that kind of play.
Well, when we did get momentum, we were better, right?
We wanted to be seen and heard.
Yeah.
And you're right. Once it's a momentum game. Boys? First of all, I want to just take it back to take it back to the lineups, right? So 1 through 17.
Yep.
We were chatting before the game. We were having a quick chat, and I'll get you to come in on the back of it. But Tino and Ruben Cotter both started. Lindsay Collins, Tom Flegler back to the bench. Yeah. We start with Payne Haas, Tavita Pangai, Hudson Young, Tyson Frizzell, right?
Yep.
For me, our 3 best forwards were on the bench in Junior Polo, Cameron Murray, Liam Martin. Did we miss a trick early and throw Tavita and Hudson Young to the Wolves early?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
good point. Yep.
I mean, like Junior Paulo, the 3 of them, as you name, Paulo, Murray, and Martin are known big-time players. I mean, Paulo's been there a handful of times, so has Murray. Martin, he has been there before as well. But you're right. It's hard to throw someone like Young early in that position, like in such an important position when it's all about playing that game of straight up the middle and direct. And and he did seem to. Hudson Young did seem to kind of want to go over the top.
He wanted the niggle.
He wanted the niggle to try and, push that New South Wales heart, I suppose. But
did it the wrong way.
Whether it seemed like that was his focus, if that's probably the easiest way of saying it.
He went the wrong way about it for me. And yeah, I agree with you. Liam Martin, played less minutes than other players and probably came out as, a rating from fucking 9 out of 10. I thought he was outstanding.
He was nearly the best player on the field.
100% he was. 100% he was. But like I was saying earlier today, he's got ticker. He has got proper ticker. And there's players there that don't, for me.
Like, I don't understand, because Hudson Young only played 30 minutes, right, and he's from starting.
So he didn't come back on. So the chat around today, Freddie did get his interchanges stuck or not round the right way. I didn't think. He Hudson Young didn't give up. Where's he going to play? Liam Martin was too good. Sorry, like
Hudson Young doesn't play again, man.
Tyson Frizzell was no. I think he goes to the bench, Scott. I think he goes to the bench.
I think he needs
and pinch hit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll get to look. We'll get to changes. We'll get to changes. So we tend to agree that Martin, Paulo, and Murray. Probably Murray I can forgive because he come on and played through the centre, but definitely Paulo and Liam Martin probably have to start next game around just the effort and what they did.
Yeah.
We can get into changes and who swaps and who does what, but before we get on to keep going on about the negatives, I want to give Brian Toto a bit of a rap. He's dead set. He's a dead set circle. He was putting in all game, and that long he must have made the most meters by any player on the field. I haven't looked at that today, but he certainly ran pretty hard, and they bombed him all day too.
Mate, I've never seen a bloke that size run full tilt and bust through 2 or 3 players in Origin. Like that. And
I know him and Critter like they scored down their side. I can get defensively. I get all that, but if he doesn't play, I don't think our yardage game is as good coming out of the back if he doesn't play. I don't think.
No. No, he's just a wombat with heaps of speed, mate. It's scary.
But he's not one to disappear like he'll hide.
No.
In the tough moments, especially
the first and third run.
Yeah, and he's always just So no, he definitely deserves a wrap, 100%.
Yeah, good. Boys,
Tommy.
Yeah, I want to ask you about Turbo.
Yeah.
He doesn't play. He either doesn't play.
So he only 68 minutes. So I don't know whether he come off injury or
no. He got a Category 1 HIA. So he's now got an 11-day stand down.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Which, listen to this. He now doesn't play another game before Origin 2.
But he's available.
He's available, but there's nothing in his legs prior.
So 11 games stand down because of they have the bye this week. He misses next week, the Dolphins game. Then they play. Sorry, he might get one game in against Para, or is that Origin again the next? I don't even know now.
Look, I don't. Yeah. He just looked, and we spoke about this in the chat during the game, like he looked injured. He didn't. Now, I didn't agree with how.
Sorry, he definitely won't play. So they play Para.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah.
So he definitely doesn't get a game in before the next Origin.
Yeah, well, that's a mark. That's a mark against him. But look, whether he carried, we spoke about it during the chat during the game, but whether he had an injury throughout, he did look like he was labouring a bit. Now, it's either that or the way that he was playing didn't suit. He needs to be. I spoke about. He needs to be roaming. You know what I mean? Like, and I suppose playing centre, it's hard to do that in Origin. And maybe it's better from a fullback's point of view. But him just running straight lines and not being that creative or getting that time to be creative, it's either he does that or he doesn't. It's hard. It's like he does that, he doesn't play.
Yeah, well, because look, I think Adokar was pretty good as well. So either Turbo plays on the wing, or what, or he puts in. Like he didn't look like he was running at half pace for me.
Yeah. He looked injured. It looked like he couldn't do a full stride. So
no, he didn't look damaging at all. Didn't look like to break the line, but yeah, look, maybe that's kind of a thing for Freddie to say, well, you know, because you're not going to get any minutes in prior to the next game, then it's hard to, you know, recall you.
All right, let's touch on that, right? So he doesn't play now for 11 days. Sorry, an 11-day stand down. So he doesn't play before Origin 2. Freddie and Brandy, and we'll single out Freddie. Freddie's a very, very, very loyal human. Is he too loyal for his own good? Because it's a good trait, right? Loyalty is a great trait. It's a great trait of leadership as well, right? But
It
how
definitely
far
is,
is
but
too far?
it's not great at the back end of it either.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
So
what I mean?
there's
Take
two
a
sides
look.
to the sword.
Look. Well, they've given young Reece Walsh a crack, and the bloke's had a blinder instead of and Kalen Ponga's. I know. Look, yeah, head knocks and injuries, whatever, but.
Well, look at Gagai and Hamassai. Like Hamassai was nearly the best player on the field as well.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest example of that. Like we criticise Queensland for not going with Gagai with his history, especially in the Origin stage, and that Hamassai's defence could be a difference. But mate, he did it. He played out of his skin and he stepped up to the plate. Yeah. And look, obviously, this whole loyalty is probably going to be centered around Tedesco.
Yeah.
At the moment.
We'll keep going on that. So we'll start the Tedesco chat.
It's probably the biggest headache, I suppose, for New South Wales. And I know Brandy's come out saying that it's laughable that it's even considered an option to leave him out of game 2. And I look at it like, we talk about the selections and the team that New South Wales, like prior to game 1 even kick off, we were all happy with the team, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I know it's Origin and the club level's different, but you look at a club level selection, you're happy before the game. They have a bad game, like, oh, well, maybe it's just a bad game. Let's not make too many changes. Let's just go into the next game. But maybe that's what it was, and Teddy's the same. Teddy may have had a shit game. He might come out in a blinder, but
I'll pick that up. I was, and you boys can have a crack at me. I was Teddy's biggest supporter and said he'd be player of the series. Right?
Yeah.
So I was giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I've mocked him. Well, have I mocked him? Because he wasn't playing that well anyway going into it. So was it me being loyal as a supporter going, he's captain, you stick by your skipper? Anyway.
No, look, I just think he has always been the type of player that is a gun when he's got good players around him.
Yeah, so you give him a shot.
You can always go, yep, you'll be good. But last night, it's just no.
Look, we've all played sport. We've all done whatever. To me, last night he looked like he was trying way too hard. He squashed Cleary, he squashed Luai, he squashed Yao. He's taken the first and second hit up in good ball areas.
I'd like to know how many times he passed the ball.
Yeah, stay out of
that. I think that comes down to like club level because he hasn't been.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
He's gone for so many years being talked about as number 1 fullback, right?
Yeah.
And then you're starting to throw Edwards into it and understanding that Teddy is getting on, he can't be Superman forever. I think that pressure versus knowing that some people might have said he just made the squad, right, on the back of Edwards' performance this year.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, Hedo. It did look like he was trying way too hard, and I think that filtered down to the rest of the New South Wales team after they were 10-0 down.
Yeah.
Because the way they played from that point on was like they were just trying to find points. You know what I mean?
I know. Look, we'll talk about Cleary in a sec, but that's not how Cleary plays. He's a structured footballer. Get to your kick, get to your corners. And Teddy looked like he was in, and then Isaiah Yeo looked like he was out, which then meant the other 2 front rowers didn't know when they were getting the ball. That's how I looked at it. And when Appy's pulling him forward, Cleary was, Tedesco's there. That's where I should be, if you know what I mean.
Do you think before
they weren't in sync?
I guess no. And before we touch on Cleary, Hedo, do you boys think the late draw of Latrell affected the mentality of the squad because he's such a big leader?
100%. Look, mate, absolutely it did, right? Because we spoke about it on Tuesday night and I said Critter is a gun, right? He is an athlete. And you saw that last night. His defence was unreal and, his slick movement. But Latrell's a big human, mate. Like, it's another point of attack,
But
and
also,
another voice.
Yeah, another voice.
He's a proper leader.
Voice. It's the passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
he's the number one in that squad. He's the number one passionate New South
Well,
Welshman, right?
for me, it used to be Greg Inglis, right? He'd come out of the line and just whack someone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? That would have been Latrell last night. He would have come out and lived life on the edge. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Hudson
Yeah.
Young tried to do it, but did it wrong, right?
Yeah.
Latrell would have just come out and bashed someone, right?
Yeah.
Where that's not Critter. Critter's not that type of guy because he's
No.
an
No,
athlete.
he's not, and you know, and to his benefit, he didn't
He did
try
well,
to be
right?
either.
He did well.
Right? Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
But maybe it's just I think that's what we lacked, and you spoke about that, Scotty, today in the chat about the passion and
Yeah.
and the bleed
Yeah.
blue kind of, you know.
Well, that was Liam Martin off the bench. That could have been
100%.
80.
Yeah.
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 We just need more of that, and it was evident in that Queensland side, mate. Yeah, to score 2 tries with a man down.
Yeah, and your front rower taking a ball off the fullback.
Off your fullback. Come on, man. Like, where's your head at?
Let's touch back on Teddy. We got off on a bit of tangent there, and I'll go back to play the loyalty card again. He's the captain. He's been the captain for so long. You don't have a mortgage on the jersey. This is Cleary as well, but Cleary's a little bit different because I don't think there's a halfback good enough to take his spot yet, or a standout halfback. But you look at the Australian cricket team, right? There's not a mortgage on the captaincy. You know, Ricky Ponting, Michael Clark was captain while Ricky Ponting was batting because Punter had to concentrate on cricket, right?
Mm.
So just because you're captain, I'm starting to lean towards you may not have to be selected, right? And it's a big game. Does he go again with Teddy?
Do you know, I agree with you, Edo. Like, just because he's captain doesn't mean he deserves to play, right? But it is such a big decision, right? Especially for Teddy, who he is. And I think Fitler would be losing sleep at night because
he's not sleeping. He's not sleeping.
I think deep down he understands. Look, maybe it is the right decision, but fuck, I've already copping all, you know, all the noise from it, the head noise you'd have. I think that he'll just back him and then fall on his sword, I suppose, if it doesn't work.
Well, he's got to back him for 3 the next 2 games, and you can't not pick him.
Well, you're not gonna say if you back him for game 2 and we lose, you may as well just fucking see it out. You know what I mean? And then be done.
He's gonna back him, even though
he has to. He will.
Even though
he will. I don't think.
I don't want him to. I don't want him to. I don't think he should be there. I think he's done. But we all know the way Freddie is. He's gonna choose him. He's gonna hope that Latrell's gonna be fit back in the side, and he's gonna axe Luai, and unfortunately Luai's gonna take the sword because
keep going on that. For me, that's media driven, Scott. That's you and I have been chatting about over the phone today.
I think it's media driven. It is media driven, but you're right. It is media driven because it's all you're reading. And for me, I don't think Luai was bad. For me, I've got a bit of pen with him and all that, but mate, he didn't. I don't think he made a mistake last night. To be honest,
they look sharp down here.
In my head, the only way. No, I don't think Luai should be out of the side, right? But the only way I think that he stays is if Tommy doesn't get selected, Latrell comes in, and Hines plays centre, right? But now they're all saying that Hines was wasted in the wrong position, and look, he only had 12 minutes. It's hard to put your stamp on the game at that point of the game, 12 minutes in centre. Like, we know he could probably do a good job playing in the centres, but I do think you're right, Scott. I think that because the noise and the media at the moment are on the back of Nico, so I reckon that they might go Luai out and Nico plays 6.
Look, I'm all aboard the Nico train as a human, right? He's a great human.
He needs to be in the side, but as you said, Hedo, he can't be off the bench.
That's what I'm saying. I'm all aboard the Nico train. Like, don't get me wrong. Gun footballer, gun at what he does, gun at life, doing great things for his culture and whatever else. If he's not starting, he doesn't play. So whether the Luai Hines call, if Luai's the 6, and Hines doesn't play, Hines is the 6. Luai doesn't play. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think look. Guaranteed, Luai's not in there the next game, and Nico plays because the back of Foxtel already into Luai and yada yada. The Panther thing, they hate Penrith, as you know.
Yeah.
But I think Freddie's got Freddie to himself, as you said, JB, will be losing sleep, right? And he feels for me, this is just me talking. But he's going to come out, and someone's going to be a scapegoat to shut people up. To go, look, I'm doing this. I'm changing it. Yeah. Luai didn't play well at the start of the season. Nico was better. Yeah. Something along those lines.
Yeah, well, look, Mick, yeah. Look, we all know a change. Mick Ennis has come out saying that I don't think he'd change anything, right? Now, I don't.
You love Mick Ennis, Hedo,
Right. I'm not a fan, but
fucking Lego head.
He comes out saying
Mate,
he comes out saying
his body just gets put on at every. They take his head off and just put it on other people as they go.
So he's saying no need to change, but we all know that's not going to happen. So it has to be a change.
Look, let's talk about that. Before we talk about changes, right? Let's just talk about Cleary. Yes, he didn't own the game. There's talk in the media that he hasn't owned an Origin game. He won the series not long ago off his own bat.
Fuck off. He's a gun.
Would have won the series that Mitchell Pearce come back for. He got injured, right? Look, I'm all for the Cleary bashing, right? He didn't own the game. He's the most high-profile player in the game at the moment, so he's going to deserve it. Daly Cherry Evans has had it his whole career, right? So you can either back me up or tell me I'm off my head, but I don't think Tedesco helped him last night. I don't think he gave him enough ball in good ball sets at times.
I think it goes back to that comment we spoke about before about they're so disjointed. Now we talked about the Penrith connection, and it should be the Penrith connection through Appy, through Nathan, through Luai, through Yo, and even Martin and Crichton if you need to. And Teddy should be reading off the back of them, reacting to that instead of
hold your shape.
It looked like that he was trying to overwrite what they should be doing.
And then they're all second guessing.
If Dylan Edwards plays last night,
well, there you go.
Do we win? You've just gone through that Penrith spine.
Yeah, well,
for me, Dylan Edwards makes that tackle on Selwyn Cobbo.
100% he does.
When Teddy just
and he doesn't get out jumped by Lindsay Collins.
Yeah, he's not getting. So look, I don't think they pick Edwards. I think if they do anything, Latrell plays fullback and they bring Campbell him into the centres.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I feel so sorry for Dylan Edwards, man. He's just going to be a club player for a long time, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's going to be the Stuart McGill. And
it's kind of like Mitch Moses.
Yeah, Mitch Moses. Yeah, exactly.
Mitch Moses is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I want to ask you, you're a Parramatta fan, and we had this weird message from this bloke today about Gutho should be the number 14. You must have been drunk.
He's played Origin before.
You must have been drunk. Anyway, I can't. Shut up. I can't even talk about it. You can talk about it in a sec when I hang up.
No, I just want ticker. I was raging. I was raging because there was no ticker, and that guy just bleeds whatever jersey he's got on. All right, Hedo?
He bleeds because he's dumb.
No.
No, I'm joking. Gutho, we love you. It's just this thing, mate. But JB is a Para fan. Is the game different if Moses is the halfback or another halfback's in? Does the game change?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think that, I think the connections were broken due to Tedesco being captain, but also I think that the mind frame of the Blues was catch up footy, right? So I don't think you put in any halfback in that scenario. I don't think it would change too much, and I think that obviously Cleary's the best halfback in the game. No, there's no argument there, and with his connection with the Penrith, you can't. It'd be hard for Mitch to even make a difference if that makes sense. So
Yeah. I'm just saying, are we all of the opinion that Cleary's still the best halfback New South Wales has? Yes, at the moment.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
There's no halfback that would make a massive difference. No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's leave it at that. All right. Frizzell was pretty good as well for on that right hand side. He should have scored a try. How that's not a try, I don't know.
So I what is he? 31.
He's the oldest player in the team. Yeah.
Had a blinder. I did text it last night, but I was extremely frustrated with the bunker and the refereeing for the whole game. But Frizz, to me, his hand touched the line, hold the ball.
He got the ball down, but mate, as well. I know what you're saying, but the ball touches the ground.
Now,
So even the commentary team was saying, like there's a perfect angle you could see it touched.
You could see the ball on the ground.
but they kept going to like shit views,
Yeah.
shit angles,
Shit
angles of it, and they're like, no try. And then
inconclusive. Yeah,
mate, when Appy scored that try, I thought, no try. And I reckon that it didn't even... Was it a bunker review in the end? I don't even think it was.
It was try. It was awarded a try, and then they've obviously looked at it and confirmed it. So it didn't go to the bunker, no. But they do look at the tries.
Frizzell's was 278,000 plays to confirm. Yeah. And I swear, if you looked Appy's back just as many times, that was no try.
Yeah. I thought Appy's was a try.
I reckon it was a knock on, but anyway.
I was 50-50 on it. I thought it was more backwards than forwards, I thought initially. As I looked at it, it was sort of turning me.
So basically, whatever gets blown, it should have been supported. Yeah.
Look, anyway, I was happy for it, but I just, refereeing.
All right, so talking about Appy, right? We happy with Appy as the hooker, or should we bring in Cook for a change?
I don't think so.
Halfway through, off the bench.
Look, I listened to Joey today, and he's like, "You've got to have two hookers." He goes, "They used to have Badiris and Wing, and whoever else when he was going through." So he's adamant two hookers. I'm happy to accept that, right? Because Nico was wasted, right? He was proper wasted. So I'm happy to run with. I just think Appy, again, he was pushing us over the advantage line. It was Tedesco wanting the ball. Like, it takes me back. I'm going to quote Blairy here. I spoke to him today, and he's like, it took him back to when Paul Gallen took every second hit up when he was Origin captain, when his hands on the ball close to the line. It's like he was just trying too hard. So I think you got to give Appy another shot and probably bring Cookie onto the bench.
So and then you do the Appy and Cook, the kind of the Hodjo and Hansy type scenario that we've been talking about all season.
Ben Hunt, similar to how Ben Hunt and
Harry Grant
worked. If you've got a kick, because Appy can play lock and he's a ball player as well, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's just important. They both play a similar type role in terms of how they play, like quick out of the gate. Even if you had, Appy to start 30 and then
I think it's
Cooks go 30 and then Appy to go the last 20 or something. Like it keeps that momentum up.
I think you're right there. I think Appy. I think 14. So let's go to the starting lineup, right? So you've got Cookie as 14 at the moment. Let's just put him as 14 and Appy as 9, right? Just for the sake of what's happening. So that means Nico's out of the team, or does Nico start at 6?
Nico starts at 6.
I think Nico starts at 6 and Luai's out. Hang on. All right. So this is what we think's going to happen, not what we want.
No. This is just yeah. Give me both, because you want Cookie in or not?
I wouldn't mind Cookie in.
Okay, so you want, and that'll happen, I feel. So that means Nico's out at the moment. Start him or bench him, or he's gone.
I want to see Nico play purely because I want to see what he can do. We always know what he can do at Clubland, but No, I want Nico in and Luai out, and it's nothing to do with Penrith.
No.
But I think that Nico could do a lot more. I think he can adjust. He's smart enough to adjust into that Penrith combinations.
Sorry, Scott, jumping off the bat. I just don't know what. I agree with you, it's going to happen, but I don't know what Luai did wrong not to get another game. That's all.
I totally agree with you, Hedo, and I don't know. Yeah, it's a coach's nightmare, right?
Yeah.
It's,
And so,
Okay,
hang on.
so the way I think about this, do you think that if you're a Queensland defence, right, and Luai had the ball, would you, and Nico had the ball, would you pay more attention to what, like, would Nico be more dangerous coming into the defensive line as opposed to Luai? Because Nico runs a lot more and he's a lot. Do you know what I mean? It comes up to that the way I see it.
Nico's just good at sucking a player in. He's a gun player with that. But if you're asking about running at the line, and Luai is so unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do. I think he's more of an X factor in that aspect. Nico's a gun, but complete different player.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I said it all along, man, Luai's going to get the chop for it. But
he's going to get the chop because
he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it.
Michael Chammas and James Super are already into it today, mate. They've already said, the Rugby League guru on social media has come out and he just can't believe the backlash on Luai already. He's supporting Luai. But Fox...
Who do you reckon Kenty's talking to about it? Flog.
His lawyers.
yeah. Glass of red wine. That's what he's talking to. Here we go. All right, so we've got Luai at 6. Nico at 6. So that means Luai's out. I don't know. The front row, for me, Paulo's got to start.
Yeah.
Tavita got his debut nerves, tried to offload Queensland score.
Yeah.
Right? You either keep Tavita and he plays off the bench and he does his 25 minutes from the bench and just runs off the back fence. Don't offload, mate. You just run.
Yeah.
Or you play a Daniel Saifidi or someone like that. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I just think Payne Haas and Junior Paulo are our two best front rowers, right? So you play them. And you play them for as long as until they're gassed.
Yep.
Yeah. They do need to start, and I reckon you need to play Tavita like you just said. Just give him 20 minutes of just make carnage. You know what I mean? Like,
don't offload, mate.
Just run.
When they're tired,
when
they're tired, run.
Yeah.
Identify the heavy legs and just run through them.
Well, I want to throw a name up in there, and it's the Manly second row, Olakau'atu. Does he play? Because he was close if he wasn't injured.
Yes.
So he takes Hudson Young's spot on the bench.
Yeah. He was in my team when we first named him. He was in my starting side.
Yes.
And Hudson Young, I had him on the bench. So I think Hudson Young, he's had his chance. And look, I think it goes a long way of what Fittler thinks about Hudson Young only paying 30 minutes after starting him. So
yeah. Because I think Liam Martin starts. Are we of that opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's going to have to.
And I think Frizzell keeps his spot too.
Yeah.
I think he did it.
Yeah.
So they're our second rowers, and Cameron Murray can do that same second row or front row from the bench at number 15.
Yeah, whatever's happening. Yeah.
So we've got Cook, Murray, and Pangai. Who's that last spot on the bench? You going Olakau'atu?
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
So I think it's going to be important, especially in Suncorp game 2. We cannot be 10-0 down to start the game.
Mate,
so we need to be starting
Payne Haas
Paulo, Haas. Yeah, we need to be starting them. But...
And, can I add one thing in that we missed? And you missed Jake Travojevic last night, just cutting blokes in half. Yep. No one was cutting blokes. Besides Appy having a go.
How long's he out for?
I think he's gone for 6
weeks. He's been ruled out for the whole series.
Series. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying start your best front rowers.
Yeah, you need to, especially now after that. Like the way the way it just changed the way that we thought about playing after being 10-0 down. Like you need to be starting fast. So are we going to say Tommy's out?
Yeah. Well,
Campbell Graham's got to
Yeah.
play. Campbell Graham's got to play. All right,
Yeah.
Stop there, Scott. Stop there for a sec. Does Teddy play? Then we can answer that. Then we can answer the Turbo question. I feel. Does Teddy play?
yes, and he shouldn't. But yes.
But does he play?
Yeah.
I think he plays.
Yeah.
Which pushes Critter out of the team, and
Yeah.
Latrell plays.
Yeah.
And I think Campbell Graham takes Turbo's spot.
It's shit. It is shit because Critter doesn't deserve to.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, yeah.
But it's Scott Boland, it's Michael Nessa in the Australian cricket team at the moment. You've got Hazelwood, Stark and Cummins, who are your three best fast bowlers. And for an injury or whatever, they still get replaced when they come back out. So for me, Latrell goes straight back in, and Critter's just unfortunate.
Yep.
Look, Critter's still young. He'll have his fucking time. He showed that,
He showed his class.
Yeah.
And look, for me, I know Freddie will trust Turbo, so Campbell Graham probably misses out again. But I think you got to give him a go. That's me. But again,
if you're right in saying that he does not play,
doesn't play, mate.
Then there's no way you can fucking, because
you can't.
The other thing is with him, right? He's got the worst track record of when he has a big stint off, coming back, soft tissue injuries, hammies going, all that.
So the 21st of June is the next game, right? So the 21st of June is the next Origin.
Yeah.
Right? Manly have a bye this week, so he's not playing. 11-day mandatory stand down. Misses the Friday, the 9th of June against the Dolphins. Right? The next weekend starts, they're playing Parramatta on the 17th. They don't play, Origin players don't play that because the Wednesday is Origin. So he doesn't get a game.
Yeah, well, you can't play him. If you do, then you're fucking stupid. It's a liability to such a big. It's a liability to a big position that we don't necessarily have the people to fill.
Yeah, so unless the 11 days, look, they play the 9th of June, so that's 9 days away. So he doesn't play, mate. So again, I'm not going to stand here and discredit Freddie for his loyalty and whatever else. It's his team. He's the gaffer, and like we say all the time, the gaffer's got to stand by his decisions, and he stands by his decisions, and the powers that be will decide whether or not that was the right thing to do. But he's got the runs on the board, Fred, at times. So, it is what it is, but it's good content. At least we're not bagging everyone like Foxtel are.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we think the Maroons will go unchanged.
Tom Gilbert will go. I think he's dislocated his shoulder.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Sucked into that bloke. God, I hate it. I hate that bloke. God, I hate him. I was stoked to see his arm hanging halfway down his stomach.
Viewers, I forgot to start the episode with the mock. So the Celtics, as we know, the Celtics lost. JB sends a GIF into the
Collins on.
Lindsay Collins GIF into our chat saying he's no good.
Shit, mate, is this photo? I've got it.
So we'll post it on social media about what JB does, and then Lindsay Collins goes and wins them the game.
I think when I sent it, he dropped the ball or something, and it's this gif of eyes going fucking east and west, you know. And then he just fucking jumps over Teddy, scores it, wins.
I don't know, mate.
Oh, fuck.
Straight out mock. So the mock stocks again. Now, Young'un, you were pretty close. Your man Teddy didn't get over the stripe.
No, I'm spewing, mate. I'm spewing. Well, when I saw Liam Martin went over, I thought, shit, I would have been paying 40 or 50 if I had thrown him in instead of Teddy. But, oh well.
Anyway, Well, lads, that's our episode. Good luck to all the teams again. It's tough to give a quick preview of the rounds because we don't know who's going to back up, but all Origin players have just about been named. So, Penrith versus the Dragons this week, Scott.
We are going to get smoked.
Well,
Riles has pulled out.
What I want to quickly talk about, boys, is the Dragons are that much of a basket case that now St George Bank, the easiest marketing brand awareness type thing you can do in the world, have now pulled their brand after 40 years. That's how bad they're going.
That's just it's absolutely insane.
Well,
and it just goes to show what on earth is happening.
Well, let me speak to you about this. It shows where they're putting their money, right? They're owned by Westpac. Who are Westpac sponsoring now? The Blues. They're all over. Westpac's all over the Blues. So basically, for me, they're saying that they're more of a better brand than what the Dragons are. Yes?
And they only play three times a year.
And they only play 3 times a year, where you're getting 26 rounds, trials, and Scott?
I think, to be honest, that's more of an issue than Jason Riles not taking the
100%.
coach.
A big corporation not backing your brand,
especially being St George as well.
Yeah, like the easiest brand awareness like a company can get.
Yeah. Something's going on.
Maybe like a smash repair company or something.
Mate, they need to put the broom in. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, TikTok. Follow us on TikTok, social media, Facebook, Instagram. But boys, it's a disappointing day. It's been a disappointing day. But I think we've given our views. We said we'd give our views and opinions, whether biased or unbiased. But let's hope we can get Suncorp and get a win. So this next review show, we're up and about a bit.
Yeah.
So before we might add here, yes, we are on TikTok now. The handle is Sport from the Bleachers Pod. We also have a number you can call to give us your raw reviews on how we're going.
Yep. Blairy, ring up. Blairy, come on, Blairy. And
any
Lukey,
questions you have.
Lukey Parker, get in there, mate.
Yeah. even if you think the jokes need a bit of a tune-up. But I'll throw it out here now. So the number is 0434 732 734. So
say it again.
Give us your input, give us your comments, give us your reviews. 0434 732 734.
Did you steal that phone?
It's a burner phone.
It's legit though. It's legit.
No, it is legit. Yeah. And we'll hear from you, and we'll play it. We'll play it on the pod, and we'll get our reactions, and we'll get us live reply from us.
Let's start it off, right? There's 2 blokes I can know who's going to ring. Go Power and go Arsenal.
Yeah. Right. Luke Park was into you again today, Heddo. Yeah, he reckons you're leaving an igloo.
We had a puffer jacket on.
No, very good.
Well, that's what the phone's for. So
yeah, give it to us. But thank you for listening to all those twats that want to have a crack at us. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching too. If they know I'm in a puffer jacket, that means he's turned on YouTube and watched.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, that's 50 minutes of his life he won't get back. Well, imagine it's nice talk. Now, boys, good show, good chat. Enjoy your weekends.
You too, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Take care, lads.
Have a good one.
See yous.